Something shifted today and they finally realized it. All the schemes, all the plans, all the manipulations, they thought they were in control. But the truth has dawned and now it's too late. They got played and your divine timing has shown them who really holds the power. Chosen one, this is your moment. The universe is aligning in your favor, and those who tried to derail your destiny are finally facing the consequences of underestimating you. Welcome to Spiritual Greatness Channel, where we awaken the chosen ones and reveal the spiritual truths that empower your life. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a divine message crafted specifically for your journey. Right now, type "I receive" in the comments to open your spirit to understanding, clarity, and divine justice as we explore this revelation together. There is an unseen force at work in your life, a divine hand orchestrating events in ways that cannot be interrupted by human schemes. Proverbs 16:9 says, "A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps." Those who tried to manipulate, control, or deceive you cannot stop what God has planned. They are learning the hard way that divine timing is never late, and that the chosen one cannot be outplayed by mere human designs. Matthew 6:33 reminds us, "But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." Your focus on alignment with God has elevated you above the petty schemes of others. While they tried to control circumstances, your energy and purpose remained protected, allowing God to direct outcomes in your favor. This is why they are shocked, bewildered, and ultimately too late to change what has already been decreed. They watched, they plotted, they calculated, but God's wisdom surpassed theirs. Isaiah 54:17 declares, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn." All of their attempts to manipulate, deceive, or undermine you have failed, not because of luck or chance, but because your path is guided by divine authority. Even now they realize that what they tried to control was never theirs to touch. This is the power of a chosen one, to operate in a sphere beyond ordinary perception, beyond worldly schemes, and beyond the grasp of those who seek to harm. You are protected by spiritual alignment, and the timing of your life is divinely orchestrated. Psalm 37:23-24 says, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand." Even when they tried to sabotage your progress, God upheld you, and now they are left staring at a reality they cannot change. James 1:12 reminds us, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." Your endurance, patience, and faith have allowed you to navigate situations that would have destroyed others. They see your rise and are confronted with the truth that you were always steps ahead, because your strategy was spiritual, not human. The irony is undeniable. Those who attempted to manipulate your journey are now caught in their own miscalculations. Proverbs 18:12 warns, "Before destruction the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility." They acted in arrogance, believing they could outmaneuver divine will. Now humility and divine timing have humbled them. Your victory is proof that no human plan can override God's purpose. Psalm 91:11-12 assures us, "For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone." Your protection has always been more than human foresight. It is celestial. Every step you took, every decision you made in alignment with God was guided and shielded. They may have thought they were winning, but God had already declared the outcome. Romans 8:28 reminds us, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose." All the betrayals, delays, and disappointments you experienced were not obstacles, they were divine setups. What they intended for harm, God has turned for your triumph. And now, their realization comes too late, because your destiny cannot be altered by those who oppose divine will. There is a profound satisfaction in this divine revelation. It is not revenge, it is confirmation. You have moved with integrity, faith, and obedience, while they acted from fear, envy, and manipulation. Psalm 37:7 encourages, "Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass." They prospered in illusion, but your patience and alignment have revealed the truth. Their schemes were empty, and your path is invincible. Even their attempts to spread lies, create doubt, or foster confusion could not touch your core. Proverbs 21:31 states, "The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord." While they prepared and plotted, God prepared the outcome, and your safety has been divinely secured. Every step you took in faith, every choice rooted in righteousness, has made you untouchable. Matthew 5:10 teaches, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Those who tried to derail your journey did not see that their actions were evidence of your blessing. Their hatred, fear, and manipulation are confirmation of your spiritual authority and alignment with divine purpose. The very energy they tried to suppress is what elevates you. Psalm 34:19 reassures, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all." Every challenge, every betrayal, and every attempt to undermine you was a temporary obstacle in a divine blueprint. They are only now realizing that the outcome was always secured. Your faith, patience, and obedience have ensured that the consequences of their actions reveal the truth. You were never vulnerable, and now they see it too late. Jeremiah 29:11 proclaims, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Your life has been meticulously planned by God. Every event, including the manipulations and betrayals, has been woven into a narrative of triumph. Those who tried to disrupt your path now watch helplessly as the divine script unfolds beyond their interference. Isaiah 43:19 affirms, "Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Your journey is a living testimony of divine creativity and power. They may have thought they blocked your progress, but God was already creating breakthroughs that their understanding could not comprehend. Their shock is merely the recognition that they were outplayed by forces far greater than human cunning. Even when you felt overlooked, underestimated, or betrayed, you were never off course. Psalm 37:5 instructs, "Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass." Your commitment, trust, and alignment with God's will have ensured that the right outcomes manifest at the right time. The delay was not a failure. It was a divine orchestration that has revealed the true players and exposed the false ones. You are now in a position of clarity. You see the truth of your power, your protection, and your purpose. They are left realizing that every effort to manipulate, deceive, or control was futile. Proverbs 19:21 tells us, "There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand." They can create plans, but God's counsel always prevails. Your path is secured, and their realization cannot change what has already been established. Romans 12:19 reminds us, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, Vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord." Your victory is not in retaliation, it is in divine timing and authority. Their shock, frustration, and regret are part of the natural consequence when they realize they have been outplayed by God's chosen one. Psalm 23:1-3 reflects, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures, he leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul, he leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake." Your restoration, peace, and spiritual authority are living proof that God's guidance is superior to every human attempt to interfere. They face the truth of your alignment with divine order, and it is irreversible. As you reflect on this, remember that your patience and faith are the keys to ongoing triumph. Psalm 37:34 encourages, "Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it." Their regret is confirmation that you have moved with divine wisdom, while they acted in arrogance and haste. Your elevation is undeniable, and the world is beginning to recognize your authority, even if they don't yet understand it. Chosen one, take this moment to honor your spiritual journey. Like this video to affirm your divine insight and alignment. Comment below blessed and ready to declare that you walk in purpose, divine timing, and protection. Subscribe to Spiritual Greatness channel for more messages that awaken, empower, and illuminate the chosen ones. The truth is clear. They were deceived, outplayed, and now too late to alter what God has established. Your path is secure, Your energy is aligned. Your victory is inevitable, and their realization is the final confirmation that you are indeed a chosen one, guided by divine wisdom, untouchable in purpose, and unstoppable in destiny. And now, chosen one. As the truth settles into their hearts, you will begin to notice a shift in how people approach you. The same ones who doubted you will become quiet. Those who mocked you will avoid your presence, not out of guilt alone, but because your energy exposes the truth they tried to hide. Light reveals what darkness attempts to conceal. And you, chosen one, are that light. John 1:5 says, "And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not." They cannot understand your resilience, your glow, your peace after all that you've endured. You are not meant to be destroyed. You were meant to be revealed. Your survival was not random. It was prophetic. Every betrayal was a setup for recognition. Every rejection was redirection toward divine elevation. You see, they never understood that when you are chosen, you don't play by the rules of the world. You move by spiritual law. You operate by divine frequency. The reason they got played is because they thought they were dealing with a mere human. They thought manipulation, lies, and strategy could overpower destiny. But destiny doesn't negotiate. God doesn't lose. And those who touch his anointed eventually realize they were fighting against the very hand that was blessing them. Psalm 105:15 makes it clear, "Touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm." They crossed spiritual boundaries, and now the consequences are unfolding. You might not see it immediately, but in the spirit things are shifting. Their plans are crumbling. Their peace is disturbed. Their confidence has turned to confusion. That's not your doing. It's divine justice. Isaiah 41:10 declares, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness." You didn't need to fight back because your defender was already working behind the scenes. Every false word spoken against you is being silenced. Every plot made in darkness is being exposed by divine light. Every curse spoken over you is returning to sender, powerless and defeated. And now, as their realization grows, they begin to replay the moments, the messages they ignored, the opportunities they sabotaged, the ways they tried to control the narrative. They see now that they were never the main character in your story. They were only temporary lessons in your divine curriculum. Your soul graduated. You leveled up spiritually while they stayed trapped in cycles of envy and deception. Psalm 37:28 says, "For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever." You have been preserved for this season, for this unveiling. The world is shifting, and the chosen ones are rising to their rightful positions of influence and spiritual authority. You are not just surviving, you are ascending. Your vibration is too high for those who operate in deception. That's why they can't access you anymore. Let them watch, let them wonder, because everything they thought they took from you, God is restoring in divine multiplication. Joel 2:25 promises, "And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten." The time you thought was lost, the relationships you thought were wasted, the energy that was drained, it's all coming back, transformed and purified. Their regret will deepen because they'll realize what they lost when they lost access to you. Chosen one, your silence is powerful. Your peace is louder than any explanation. You don't have to defend yourself anymore. You've outgrown the need to prove your worth. They finally see the truth, that while they played games, you were building legacy. While they sowed chaos, you cultivated purpose. While they tried to destroy your name, God was writing your testimony. Romans 8:31 says, "If God be for us, who can be against us?" This isn't arrogance, it's awareness. When you walk in divine purpose, even your enemies become instruments in God's plan. Their betrayal was necessary. Their mockery was motivation. Their rejection was the redirection you needed. And now they are left holding the empty pieces of a plan that was doomed to fail from the start. Take a deep breath right now and feel that shift within you, that peace that tells you the battle is over. You don't have to fight for recognition. God already vindicated you. Psalm 46:10 reminds, "Be still and know that I am God." Sometimes the most powerful move is stillness. Your stillness is divine confidence. It says, "I don't chase. I attract what's meant for me." And what's meant for you cannot be stolen, delayed, or denied. They got played not because you deceived them, but because they deceived themselves. Their ego told them they could manipulate a child of God. Their arrogance convinced them that control equaled victory. But divine wisdom always humbles the proud. Proverbs 11:2 declares, "When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom." Now, their shame is public, their regret is personal, and your peace is unshakable. Let me tell you something prophetic. The next season of your life will expose how divinely protected you truly are. New doors will open without effort. New alignments will find you without chasing. The same people who doubted you will witness your elevation and know that only God could have done it. Exodus 14:14 says, "The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace." That's what's happening right now. Heaven fought for you, and the results are undeniable. Your rise will not be quiet, and it will be radiant. Even those who pretend not to see will feel the vibration of your breakthrough. Psalm 23:5 says, "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies." That's what's unfolding. You're being elevated in plain sight, and they can't stop it. They can't even understand it. All they can do is watch. They'll replay their choices over and over again, asking themselves, "How did I lose someone like that?" But what they fail to realize is they never had you. They had access to you, and access is a privilege, not a right. Once God closes the door, it doesn't reopen for those who mishandled your presence. Revelation 3:8 confirms this. "I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it." You are walking through that divine door now, chosen one, so don't look back. Don't waste your energy explaining, proving, or reminiscing. Your past was preparation, not punishment. The betrayal was a blessing disguised as pain. You were purified by disappointment. Your spiritual muscles grew through rejection. And now your discernment is sharper than ever. That's why God allows the exposure, to show you who's truly for you and who never was. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world." The real battle was spiritual. That's why you couldn't fight it physically. Your prayers, your fasting, your faith, those were your weapons. And now the war is won. They're realizing too late that playing games with the chosen one is spiritual suicide. They broke divine laws, not just social boundaries. They tampered with energy they couldn't comprehend, and now it's rebounding. That's why they feel restless, uneasy, sleepless, because divine justice doesn't sleep. Every action has a vibration, and every vibration returns to its source. Psalm 37:13 says, "The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming." That's the energy surrounding you now, divine laughter. Heaven rejoices because you stayed faithful. You didn't let bitterness consume you. You trusted the process, and now the reward is unfolding. This is the moment to stand tall. Straighten your crown, look forward. Forgive them, but never forget the lesson. Your compassion doesn't mean reconnection. Your forgiveness doesn't mean access. It simply means you've evolved beyond the drama. You operate on frequency, not emotion. Matthew 19:30 says, "But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first." The tables have turned, chosen one. You were overlooked, now you're sought after. You were doubted, now you're respected. You were laughed at, now you're remembered. And those who played themselves trying to play you are left speechless as God reorders everything in your favor. Every time you walk in peace, every time you choose silence over reaction, you display spiritual maturity. You are proving that power isn't in proving, and it's in knowing. You know who you are. You know who's backing you. You know your worth, and you know your mission. That's what makes you untouchable. Isaiah 61 declares, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee." That's your call right now. Arise, shine. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Your glow is divine, and those who mishandled you will have to witness the full brightness of what they once took for granted. Chosen one, your story is not ending. It's expanding. The pain was necessary for power. The loss was necessary for alignment. The betrayal was necessary for revelation. Now it's all unfolding as prophecy. You've become the living example of Romans 8:18. "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." The glory is revealing now. You can feel it. The shift in your atmosphere, the peace in your spirit, the confirmation in your dreams, all signs that you've stepped into a new season. The people who once doubted you will come to realize they weren't rejecting you. They were rejecting God's hand upon your life. Don't let their regret distract you. Don't let their apologies trap you. Forgive, release, and continue rising. Your destiny is too valuable to revisit old energy. God has prepared greater things ahead. Philippians 1:6 assures, being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. The work in you is still unfolding, stronger, wiser, and untouchable. So right now, chosen one, take this moment as confirmation. You didn't lose anything, you graduated. You didn't get rejected, you got redirected. You didn't get played, you got positioned. They got played by their own ego, and now the revelation hits them. You were the blessing they couldn't recognize. If this message has resonated with your spirit, take a second and like this video. It helps spread the word to other chosen ones awakening across the world. Type "blessed and ready" in the comments to seal your confirmation that you are walking in divine power, purpose, and protection. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Spiritual Greatness channel right now. Join this growing family of awakened souls receiving prophetic insight, divine empowerment, and spiritual truth every week. Remember this truth as you go forward. When God ordains your steps, no human can manipulate the outcome. They may have played the game, but you were the lesson. They may have tried to block your path, but you became the revelation. And now it's too late for them to undo what God has already written. Because when a chosen one rises, every deception collapses, every mask falls, and every hidden agenda is exposed. You are not just surviving. You are the living testimony of divine victory. Walk boldly. Stand tall. Your story is unfolding exactly as heaven planned it. You are the chosen one, and it's their turn to realize it's too late.